Hi Nadine, it's good to see you again.
Hi.
So last week we met with you and your mom together, and I kind of threw a lot of information at you. So we went over some paperwork. We talked about how I'm a mandated reporter, which means, if you tell me you're going to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, or if you tell me that you're being abused by someone, I would have to then get other people involved. And we kind of talked briefly with your mom about everything that you have been dealing with. So I just wanted to start, since that was a lot last week and since Mom was there, and see if you had any other questions or concerns from last week.
Not really.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So do you understand everything I went over?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I know last week your mom said that she kind of wants you to be coming here because you've been having a lot of trouble, especially at school. Do you want to share a little more about that?
Well, I'm in a new school now, and so I'm not having the same trouble that I had in the old school. But I don't really want to talk to anybody because I'm afraid that I will have the same problems that I had in the old school, and I don't want that.
Okay. So it sounds like that old school was a pretty awful experience for you, and
yeah.
you're concerned. You're almost concerned to be happy in this new place because you're worried that might happen again.
Right. I don't want to be bullied anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I've been bullied since I started school, and it was really very difficult. And I told my mom, but she didn't want to move me to a different school. And so she finally did because I got a black eye. They punched me. And so then she started listening to me, and now I'm in a new school. But I don't want to talk to, I want to be invisible. I just don't want to be seen. I just want to be invisible.
Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry to hear that happened to you with the black eye. That must have been really scary.
I didn't tell my mother. A neighbor told my mother, and I told my mother that I fell on the sidewalk because my mother is very involved, and I don't like that. She would call the school, and it would be worse for me. Mm-hmm. So I told her that I fell on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like your mom's involvement in these things in the past has almost kind of made some situations worse for you.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I'm just trying to keep a very low profile so that nobody has anything to report to my mother, and my mother doesn't have to be involved, and I can just be there. I don't have to really talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. I just can just be there. Mm-hmm. And work on my classes and my art.
Okay, so you like art?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel just being there? I know it's relatively new and you're still getting used to it, but are you content just kind of going through the days, just being there?
I'd rather just be in my room all the time, but I know I can't be, so I just go to school and then I can stay in my room.
So you kind of do what you have to do.
Uh-huh.
But it sounds pretty lonely.
I'd rather be lonely than bullied.
Okay. And what I'm hearing is the bullying that you experienced at your last school was really traumatic. It sounds like it still really affects you.
It was awful. Yeah. Those girls were awful.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was my friend in kindergarten and first and second grade, and then she turned on me and became the ringleader of all the other ones that bullied me. And nobody ever did anything. They could see that I was being bullied, but the playground attendants and the adults could see that I was being bullied. They never ever did anything.
That must have made you feel pretty awful to have kind of no one on your side.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And my mother was on my side, but every time she got involved, it made it worse. gotten worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'm in a new place now, and I'm just not going to say anything. I'll just be quiet and invisible.
Mm-hmm.
That's my plan.
So, I'm wondering if, you have this chance to start fresh and show people who you really are, and it sounds like you were excited to start this new kind of life, but now that you're there, you're hesitant because you're nervous that the past is going to repeat itself.
I wasn't really excited to start a new life. I just wanted out of my old life.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't really, wasn't really excited. I just wanted to move out of my old life. And I don't know. I don't really want friends because your friends can turn on you and then start bullying you. And I'd rather be alone than have a friend like that. I don't trust people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people very much.
Mm-hmm.
And my father I like because he's quiet like me. But yeah, I don't really like people. I don't really trust them, and I don't want to take a chance of making a friend and having them turn on me like they did before.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that.
So it sounds like you have a pretty good relationship with your dad. Has he been supportive through all this?
My dad and I make fun of my mother because she's kind of off the wall. But, yeah, we make fun of her.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my buddy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's someone that you have on your side.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't call the school and make things worse for me.
Mm-hmm. Has he supported you in other ways that were helpful during that time?
No, he works a lot.
Yeah.
So he's not home very much.
Mm-hmm. And is it just you and your mom? Do you have any siblings or?
I have a younger brother. He's a sports person.
Wow.
He likes to play baseball, and yeah, he's gets along really great in school. So I'm kind of the oddball. I'm the oldest,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it just makes it even harder for me because he's so successful and friendly and has so many friends, and he likes to go places, and I just don't like going places. I don't really like leaving my house. I just want to be home in my room.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel? Well, I mean, that's okay. Some people like to spend time alone, and some people like to spend a lot of time, out and about. There's nothing wrong with that. It does sound though like even though you do enjoy that alone time, you also might enjoy having like a friend and an actual trustworthy friend.
If I could have a trustworthy friend, but how do
Yeah.
you know if a friend is trustworthy?
Mm-hmm.
That takes time, and sometimes in that time they turn on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened before, and I'm not going to risk that happening again. I don't want to do that. Even though it would be nice to have a trustworthy friend that I could count on and share things with, but I'm too afraid.
Mm-hmm. So ideally you'd like to have a friend like that. You're just not sure if it would work out for you.
Right.
So instead you just you don't really put yourself out there.
Never. No.
I'm wondering if since starting at your new school, there's someone you've met maybe that you could see those qualities in?
I can't think of anybody. Because I can't think of anybody because I don't really pay attention. I'm just kind of in my own head doing my own thing, and I just don't really look at other people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even look at them because I'm afraid if our eyes connected that I would get beat up after school or something, that they'd start the old nonsense that I just escaped.
Mm-hmm.
So I really haven't looked at anybody as a potential friend.
Yeah.
I just look at people as potential bullies and stay away from them.
I mean,
and they're all potential bullies in my estimation.
That's understandable that you would you would view them that way. I mean, what you had to deal with at your last school was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
What people did to you was terrible.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't even. I used to talk to the older neighbors in my neighborhood, but ever since that lady called my mother to tell her that I got punched in the face by that girl, I haven't talked to the neighbors either because I don't trust them anymore.
I see. But I wonder if maybe your neighbors told their mom that because they were worried about you and what was happening to you.
Maybe.
Yeah. Would that make you think differently of them?
I maybe. I'll think about that. It could. But nobody ever said it like that. So I don't know. And after that, everything just got so much worse. I just want to be in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I really just want to be in my room and be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want my mother to bother me. And I just want to be in my room. I just want to go to school and be in my room. And they keep asking me to go out. Let's go to this restaurant. Let's go to that park. And I just don't really want to go. I just want to be in my room.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you're feeling really sad about everything that you went through still.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Yeah.
It was, I don't think anybody can know how awful it was except me.
Mm-hmm.
Even the girls that did this to me didn't seem to have any kind of conscience about it. They were just really, really mean. Really mean. And emotionally abusive and physically abusive and just horrible. And I don't want to be like them, and I don't want to know anybody like them ever again.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that you went through all of that.
Thank you.
That's terrible.
Thank you.
No one should have to deal with that, and I can't imagine why that happened to you because I see a lot of great qualities in you. And I'm really sad that you had to experience all that pain.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sounds to me, based on everything you're saying, like you are feeling really, really depressed.
I'm very sad a lot.
Yeah.
I cry myself to sleep every night because I don't really want to wake up and go to school in the morning because I don't like it. Mm-hmm. And even though it's a new school and nobody's bullying me, I'm just waiting for it to happen. And I just want to stay in my room because I can play the music that I like to listen to, and I can read books that I like to read, and I also knit, and I can knit.
Wow.
And I can do my artwork, and I just want to be left alone. I don't want my mother to bother me. I don't want teachers to bother me. I just want to be in my room. That's all. But I know I have to go to school for 2 more years, and then I don't have to do that anymore. I can just be in my room.
So it sounds like you have a lot of interests. You're interested in art, you like music and knitting. It sounds like you're really creative. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Have you thought about kind of, what you'd want to do with your life when you are out of school?
I'm going to be a muralist. I'm going to paint pictures on people's walls.
Wow. That's really cool. So that's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in that role, you would have a chance to meet and talk with a lot of people as well.
That's the part that worries me.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk to the people, but maybe by the time I'm ready to make murals, I will be ready to talk to people. I don't know.
I'm wondering if, you have 2 years of high school left. I think in that time, there's a lot that you could do with your future in mind.
I do. I do take art classes in school, and I like that because everybody leaves me alone.
So is there anyone in your art classes that you feel like you could maybe get along with?
Just my teacher.
Your teacher?
Mm-hmm. I like my teacher.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't bother me. She doesn't make you copy pictures. She lets you be free and express yourself. And that's what I like about her. I don't have to, she doesn't put a picture on the wall that I have to imitate. And she just leaves me alone. And that's what I like about her.
So she kind of gives you the freedom to be yourself.
And to create whatever I want to create.
So there's a lot of other people in art class with you?
There's about 20 of us. But there's 4 to a table, and there's 5 tables, and I have a corner of the table, and I just do my artwork. And she's asked me if I want to stay after school to complete projects and stuff, but I don't want to stay after school. I just want to go home.
Do other kids stay after school to do projects with her?
I don't know. I think maybe they do, because when we come back for art the next day or the next time we have art, their projects are a little bit further than when they left them from class, so they must be staying after school or going in early. You can go in early too before the bell rings for the day to start. You can go in the art room and do things, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be there earlier or later than I need to be.
I understand that, and that's there's no need to rush into things, but it sounds like the art for you has been a really good outlet and something that has kind of helped you cope with all that has happened to you and all the feelings that you're dealing with. So I think that that's something that you should keep pursuing, and maybe, eventually you might be interested in working on your art projects after or before school.
Maybe. I'll think about that. Okay. I might want to do that, but not next week. But I'll think about it.
So it sounds like right now you're kind of in a safer spot. You're not dealing with the same bullies every day, but you're still pretty isolated. You spend a lot of time by yourself.
Yeah, I do. But that's the way I like it. I don't want to spend time with other people. And that's what my mother doesn't understand, that I'm not shy. I'm just quiet, and I don't want to be with other people. And she and my brother are very outgoing, and so they don't understand that I could be like this, but this is how I am. I think this is how I am, and I don't know if I want to change it. She just is sending me here because she wants me to change, but that's why I'm not. She's not my favorite person, because she wants me to change. I just want her to like me to how I am, and just respect that I don't like to come out of my room.
Yeah. So you kind of feel like the odd one out. You were the odd one out when you were at school, and you're the odd one out at home with your mom, and it kind of hurts that she can't just accept you for who you are.
Yeah. If my mother could be my father and go away for a long time during the day, and my father could be my mother, I would be happier.
Because your dad is a lot more like you.
Right. He doesn't push me to go places that I don't want to go. He gets me. Yeah.
But I understand where you're coming from. And I do think, though, that it's really courageous that you came here anyway, and you're here talking to me. Because it sounds like this wasn't really your choice.
No. My mother wanted me to come here because she thinks I'm too shy. And she doesn't understand that this is just the way I am. And maybe the bullying made it worse. Probably it did, because I cared about whether I had friends when I started school, but I don't really care anymore. I think that they I don't know, took that out of me, my caring whether or not I had friends. It's just not there. I don't care.
So kind of all that you went through and had to deal with all this bullying and hurtful physical and emotional abuse from these people, you just are at a point where you don't care.
Right. I don't need a friend. Who needs friends like that? That's where it all started. That girl used to be my friend, and then I don't know what happened, but she just got really mean. Girls can be really mean.
Yeah. So.
And maybe that's where, because my brother's not a girl, he doesn't have mean people in his life. His friends are nice, but my friends are not.
Yeah.
The people that I know aren't nice.
So you mean maybe because he is a boy and maybe
That's
boys interact differently?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But that's all I can figure out. So that's what I figure.
Do you get along well with your brother?
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't bully me. And he lets me watch the TV shows that I want to watch.
That's good.
Yeah. And he's not home a lot either because he's away a lot with sports. So I'm home a lot alone because my mother goes to his sports, but I don't go because I don't want to be with people. I don't want to have to be at a baseball game for hours. And so I just stay home in my room where I like to be. I have a TV in my room too.
Oh, that's good.
Uh-huh.
Do you like to watch TV?
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed?
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's a horse that talks.
Oh yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah. It's an old show.
Yeah.
I like horses.
You do?
I do.
Do you ride horses?
I don't.
Oh.
No. But I just like them.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It sounds you have a lot of interest in creative and movement type things with the art and the knitting, and then even with horses too. That can be really a great way to get movement in as well.
Yeah, I don't know if there are any horse farms near us where I could do that, but that would be fun.
Yeah. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
That would be something.
I bet horses would like me.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think, and you have a lot of qualities that are likable. I think that maybe the past experience that you went through might make you think that you don't.
Yeah. I haven't been told good stuff. It's all just not good. Not good at all.
So it sounds like you believe some of the things that these people said to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like you're really uncomfortable even thinking about those things.
Yeah, it makes me sad. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to feel sad. That's a completely okay thing to feel. And if you need to feel sad, then that's what you need to do.
Yeah. That's why I cry every night. Because they were so mean.
Sounds like a lot of the things that you feel, though, you feel them alone.
Yeah. But that's okay. Because my mother, if I tried to tell her, she just would say, buck up and get over it. You're in a new school. It's a new life. It's blah, blah, blah. And that doesn't help me at all.
Yeah. It must be hard to feel like she doesn't understand. what you went through.
Right. Yeah. She thinks it wasn't that bad, but it was bad every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know how bad it was because you kept a lot of that from her.
Right. Right, because she would have just called the school and make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even understand that. She was just making it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's not my friend.
That's a lot for you to hold in on your own.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the next 2 years to go fast
Mm-hmm.
so I can stay home.
So, with all that you have gone through and all the things that you're facing alone, I just want to check in with you and see, sometimes when people go through things as difficult as what you went through, they sometimes have thoughts of killing themselves. I just wanted to check in and see if you had any of those thoughts.
No. Well, I thought about it, but I don't know how I would do it. And none of the ways that I thought about how to do it appealed to me, so I'm thinking I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's crossed your mind, but you don't have, a plan as to how you would do that.
No.
Okay. Well, I want you to know that if you ever do have those thoughts, you always can bring them to me. And thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Because you are dealing with a lot. And I do worry about you with facing all of this by yourself.
Well, yeah. But it's been like this for a long time, so it's okay. I'm okay. I'll be okay. Pretty sure I'll be okay.
You seem to have a really positive attitude about these things, or at least you kind of say I'm okay, it's fine, I prefer it this way. Just based on your body language and your face, I can see that you're really hurting.
Yeah. I know I don't think everybody cries themselves to sleep every night, but I just can't help it because I'm just not, I guess I'm just not a happy person because happy people don't cry themselves to sleep every night.
Well, how could you be happy with all that you've faced in the last year?
I know.
Yeah. It's okay to not be happy.
Yeah. It's not just the last year. It was the last 8 years. It's been since I was in second grade. And that's too long.
So this has gone on for
a long time.
Much longer than even I think a lot of people were aware of.
Right. The black eye was in the last year, but
right.
It was before, everything was before that. It's been a long time. And I'm just tired.
Sounds like school in general has been really challenging for you.
Yeah. I get okay grades.
Yeah.
But the people. I just don't like the people.
And that's impressive that you get good grades despite everything else that has gone on. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
I like learning.
Yeah.
I just don't like people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the social part of school is huge. You go there to learn, but a big part of your day is spent with other people.
Yeah.
And it sounds like throughout school, since the second grade, those have not been great experiences for you.
Right. I haven't really liked it at all. I don't like the people.
From the second grade through, last year, before you came to this new school, were all those years with the same people?
Mm-hmm.
But now you're with some new people.
Right. And they don't bother me. So I'm happy about that. They don't bother me. But I don't really like to see them every day. I just don't really want to be there. I just don't really want to be there. I just want to be home in my room. I only have 2 years to go. So I'm just going to get through the next 2 years, and then I can be in my room.
I know you're saying that you want to just get through the next 2 years, and in a perfect world, you could just spend them in your room and nobody would bother you. But it also sounds like you really do have a desire to have friends and to get along with people.
Maybe a little bit. I liked having friends with that girl that turned on me. We were friends in kindergarten and first grade, and I liked having her as a friend. But I don't know. I don't think that I want to have another friend that does that to me. And that's all. I just don't.
You say that no one at this new school is really bothering you.
Right.
Even if they're not bothering you, I wonder if any of them have been curious to get to know you.
No, not really.
No.
It's I'm like the person on the plane that puts their headphones on and makes it clear that they don't want to be talked to. And so that's how I carry myself in school. I just make it clear that I don't want to be bothered by them.
So you kind of make it known that you don't want anyone
by my body language. Yeah. I don't say don't talk to me. I just say I just don't invite it by keeping busy with doodling or sketching or just reading. Sometimes if it's sometimes I do bring headphones when we have breaks and I don't want to talk to people. I put my headphones in and then they don't talk to me. And sometimes I even close my eyes when I'm listening to music so that I can't even see if they're looking at me. And that's good.
Okay. I wonder if someone were to talk to you, would you be open to talking to them?
No, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't even want to talk to my art teacher, and I like her, but I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to anybody. Really.
If you did speak to your art teacher, what do you think would happen?
I don't know.
It sounds like you almost have a fear of talking to people because there might be some kind of retaliation.
Because, there were plenty of people in my old school who saw that I was being bullied. Plenty of teachers, and they didn't do anything. So why would I trust anybody? That's all.
Okay. I can understand why you would say that after being in a school where you really had kind of no one to support you, even people who saw what was going on. And it seems like that's kind of made you think that that's how things are everywhere.
Well, yeah, because then there was the neighbor who called my mother because she saw me get hit in the eye, and then everything got worse. So I just don't want to really talk to anybody. It's just how I am. It's safer.
Even though that the neighbor calling your mom led to everything getting worse for you, it seems like she called your mom because she cared about you and wanted to make sure you were okay.
I know. I don't blame the neighbor. I blame my mother for calling the school and making it worse for me. But then I moved to a new school, which made it better for me. So maybe the black eye was a good thing. I don't know.
You say, no adults have stood up for you. People have seen what's been happening to you and no one has said anything. But your neighbor is an adult and she did stand up for you.
Right. Well, not really. I mean, she watched from her window. She could have come out and hollered at the girls and told them to get off of me and go away. But all she did was watch me get a black eye and then call my mother. So, I don't know. I guess that's kind of standing up for me, but not really.
So you feel like she could have done more?
Yeah, that's why I don't talk to her anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I would have done that. I would have gone to somebody's rescue if I saw them getting beaten up. I wouldn't stay in my house and watch it and then just make a phone call to my mother and say, I watched your daughter get beat up. What good is that?
So this happened right in front of her house?
Yeah. I didn't see her looking. She must have been looking like behind a curtain or something. Well, I wasn't really looking at her house, so I don't know what she was doing, but she didn't come out and rescue me or anything.
I wonder, because I know earlier you said she had 2 sons, and they had let her know about it. So I wonder if maybe she didn't fully see it.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'm not going to talk to her to find out. I just don't care that much anymore. I'm just waiting.
Waiting to be done with school?
I'm just waiting.
It's a long time to wait.
I know. But it's not as long as I've been bullied. It's like the end is in sight. It's just 2 years.
In those 2 years, can you think of maybe like one thing, if one thing were to change, what is the one thing that could make you happier?
If I could drop out.
So you would leave school altogether?
If I could leave school, yeah. I've thought about that. I'm not old enough yet, but when I'm 16, I could drop out. And I might. If I'm still crying myself to sleep in a year, I'm going to drop out.
I'm wondering if anything can change in the next year before you turn 16, that maybe then school wouldn't be so bad for you.
Like what?
Maybe if you had a chance to get more involved in the art program at your school and speak to some people involved in that program.
I don't know. I'm not ready for that.
Are you?
But I told you, I will think about it.
Okay.
I'm not ready, but I'm going to think about that. Because I do have some artistic skill, so I'll think about that.
Well, Nadine, it sounds like you have a lot of artistic skill, and I think that given everything that's happened to you, it's really impressive that you're even open to the idea. I'm not saying you have to, go jump into art class tomorrow, but I think it's really brave that you're open to that. And I think if you are comfortable with it, we could kind of work on that together.
Okay. Maybe. Are you going to talk to my teacher?
No, I would never talk to anyone unless you wanted me to talk to someone and I got your permission.
Okay, good.
So
I don't want you making things worse like my mother does.
Oh, no. Everything that you say in here, as I mentioned, unless it's you're telling me you're going to kill yourself, kill somebody else, hurt somebody else, or you're being abused. So they're the only times that I would have to involve anyone else.
Okay, good.
But I would never speak to your teachers or anyone unless you asked me to.
Okay, good. Okay.
Well, I appreciate you coming back in today and coming for a second time. I know that you really didn't want to come here, and you're coming because this is something that your mom has really pushed you to do. But you have been very open, and you've shared a lot about what you've been through in the last several years, but in the last year especially. And you're still open.
You're easy to talk to. I don't really talk to people like this very much at all. I never do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even talk to my mother this much. So, yeah, that's all.
Well, I hope it's been helpful for you to talk to me a little bit.
A little. Yeah. At least you know how awful it's been and how sad I've been. So that's good,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
And we can keep, talking about what it is that you're feeling, no matter what it is, next week and in the weeks to follow. But it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel angry. Those are all feelings that I think a lot of people would feel if they experienced the things that you did. So don't keep them to yourself. You can always bring them here.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's an hour I don't have to spend with my mother, so that's good.
At least you have a sense of humor in it.
That's the truth, really.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Okay, so I'll see you next week for our appointment.
I'll come.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again, and I hope that the rest of this week goes well for you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Find a team.